Blessings to you all. And today's topic is going to be a good one. We're talking about the power of time. Time is precious and it is something that waits on nobody. And I realized that in 2014, June 26th, on this day, changed my life forever. So I want to give you guys a little bit of perspective, a little bit about the journey, where some of the fire, where some of the motion has come from since that moment. So grateful for each of you, grateful to be alive, grateful for the family. Shane, Talina, it's good to see you, brother. What is going on? Grateful for each of you, grateful for today because you're going to see exactly why time is so precious. Tomorrow isn't promised, and today is the day on June 26, 2014, that life changed forever. You know, you talk about Murphy's Law, you guys have heard my story, but again, every single year, this is just one of those days that always gets the fire lit. And even on social media, on Facebook, Instagram, I haven't been able to post. My page has literally been restricted, so it's been kind of a pain, but I think I'm finally ready to go ahead and get back out there. I think they're letting me go. So let's get into it. June 26th, I was about to get out of college. I was living out of my car, 30K in debt. I had a lot going on at one time, and I'll never forget scrolling on Facebook in my car, and I saw a handful of RIPs, and I finally saw the tag, and the tag was my sister a handful of days later than the 26th. And here's kind of the crazy part. I started to realize that what's what you once remembered, right? All of the amazing times that you can go back and think about with your family members or some of your siblings and some of your loved ones. You never really know when tomorrow you can't go experience any of those memories again, at least yet. So that was the day. That was the day for me where I started to see that life is not promised. Tomorrow, anything can happen. So we need to make the most of today. And it got me into my journey that I'm on today. I started getting infatuated. In fact, at the time, I was really angry with a lot of different things. Nothing made sense, even my faith. How could you take away somebody so young and so healthy and 27 years old? But just like Steve Jobs says, it's hard to connect the dots living in it, but looking back, the dots start to make sense. And looking back, that was literally the fire that was created, and it got me into a handful of amazing different things. I started studying the law of manifesting, visualizing, how to go ahead and truly build a world that we can't even see yet. That's the difference between humans and animals. The one major difference, imagination. There's no dog, there's no cat that can visualize going out and eating their prey. Everything is off of instinct. But as humans, just as Bob Proctor teaches, we have the power to go ahead and see it in our mind and hold it in our hand. Just like I say, every single day religiously, that's where that comes from. I had to learn how to build a world inside of my mind that was so broken physically, but how can we build it spiritually where it's heavenly, where we're excited to wake up every day? And I know so many individuals are going through some type of weight inside of their life right now, and I've started to realize that just like we've heard it, the unqualified actually makes us qualified. Our stories, Shane Talina has traveled from North Carolina down to Florida, been able to help out his family, given so much time, so much energy. There's so many others I know that are going through similar things right now, and that strength, that story to be able to help get them through something like that is limitless. One of my favorite books, Ed Milet, The Power of One More. I'll never forget this book, and the reason why is because he actually had a very similar childhood as me. Instead of his mother being an alcoholic, his dad was the alcoholic. And his whole life, he went through the arguments, he went through the anxiety, he went through the depression, and he talks about it inside of his book. But he also goes on to explain that that's some of his most blissful moments that he got to spend with his father, to be grateful for the man that created him to be. So everything is perspective. Everything has a story, and every single one of us have a powerful story to go ahead and share. And when I got started with the company just over 2 years ago, as terrible as what happened with my sister, as miserable as what happened to my father getting hacked 3/4 of his savings account, it was those stories To be able to share with somebody, hey, if you have kids and you don't have a will and a trust done, this is what happened to me. My sister passed in 2014, literally on a blink of an eye. So if you have kids and you truly want to protect your legacy, from my words to God's ears, I can only say what I've experienced, but I just highly recommend to get it done because you never know. And same thing with my father. Who doesn't get scam calls? So it became my mission to really go out and help countless people not have to get hacked like we are. So as interesting as it seems, the negatives inside of our life actually allow us to see a lot of light, a lot of positive. And it's all perspective, and it comes down to how we utilize our time. Time moves quick. My sister at 27 years old, a blink of an eye, I'm 32, 33 is coming up. But it just makes me see that in the matter of a blink, 50 is going to be here, 70 is going to be here, 85 is going to be here. So for any single one of us, the best thing that we can do is maximize the day for our loved ones, for our family, for our heavenly guardian angels that are watching over, protecting us. This is what it's all about. To move with love, move with authenticity, move with a helping hand. That's what people need right now. In a world with so much darkness, a smile, a hug, a helping hand can touch more Kanos than any of us could ever even fathom. So that's my mission. You guys are going to see my post coming out today. I'm about to drop it for my sister. And if nobody told you that today, fam, I love you. I appreciate you. I'm words can't even explain how grateful I am specifically for you, Shane and Talina, two amazing souls. We got to get together soon. And let's go out. Let's maximize it. Let's capitalize on the day. Let's capitalize on the week, on the month, of the rest of 2026. And let's make them proud. This is not a day for me to be sad. You know, in my younger days, this used to be a day where I was really depressed. I had a lot of just anger inside of me. But getting older, learning from Sean, today's a celebration. There's no need to be sad now. It's a celebration. She's shining. I see her all the time. I see her, whether it be in the clouds, through butterflies, through owls that are staring. They're always with us. It's just being able to be aware enough to see the signs and to pay attention. So absolutely staying present every day is a secret weapon. Definitely got to connect. Love you, brother. Love you, fam. Have a phenomenal day. As always, we can be, do, and have anything. We can hold it in our mind. We can hold it right here in our hand. It's game time, fam. Let's go make an impact.